Fafa.
Sorry, your shirt was on the bed.
So I wanted it there. See, you ruined it.
No, it
You
bothered
ruined
me.
it.
I saw the black spot.
You ruined it. I was like,
like,
oh, look at my shirt. Look at my shirt on the bed. That means I took it off sometime at some point in my day.
Ooh. Yes.
Nobody was looking, but I took it off.
I watched.
Wait, I said nobody was looking. You were
Oh.
watching from the shadows? Ooh, I like that.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
There's a zombie on your lawn.
Oh my gosh. Stop singing songs.
Sorry, that's a dolphin.
You sure?
No, that's me. I used to play. I got the song, the Plants vs. Zombies song, zombie song stuck in my head now.
I hear that. There's a grandma in your lawn. Okay.
Gonna scare that granny off your lawn.
Word. I really have to learn how these buttons work.
What the was that?
Oh, is it literally just number one? Is it literally just the
Number
first
one.
Oh, it is the first one. You ready?
Nah.
1 year's worth of episodes coming at
Holy
ya.
smokes.
Episode 52.
52.
That means if you listened and or watched one episode every week for 1 week, you have a year's worth of VGXL goodness.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
Holy cow.
Amazing. 1 year's worth of
Nonsense.
Welcome to the next episode of VGXL. I'm your host, Daniel, aka Games. Joining me again is the lovely Fefer from the channel Fefer. And today we're going to be celebrating our 52nd episode. Woo! Oh, man. Are you excited?
I am excited. I was very excited just to get ready and be like, yeah, we're going to do the thing.
Yeah, hell yeah. I am super excited myself. Nah, it's been a journey. It's been a long ride, but it's been a lot of fun. And you know, not for nothing, I appreciate everybody who's listened to most of the episodes. If you've listened to every episode, let me know. But if not, you know, I appreciate people who pop in, pop out. It's fine. I don't expect everyone to really be, you know, hardcore, but I know there's one or two of you out there who do listen to every episode, so I appreciate you guys. And yeah, we've come a long way. Many hosts that have come and gone.
Yes.
Many tries, trials and tribulations, and lazy days and long work hours. But we did it. We made it a full year's worth of episodes.
Full year.
It hasn't been exactly a year. I think I made a year of doing this in general. What was it, back in October? Late October, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We started October 2020 is when we started. And
Wow.
yeah.
Well, congrats to you mostly because you've been on every single episode. Have you not? Every single one of them.
You're right. Whoops.
Rude.
That was a mistake. You're right. I've been on every single episode. I don't think I've missed one. No one's offered to take over for when I was feeling lazy and out of it. So, not their fault. You know, that's nothing that we ever established. So, but maybe one day you'll have to be like. I was
gonna say I'm gonna kick you off next one.
Anytime I'm feeling lazy, I think if I saw you getting ready while I'm recording, then you know it might have to push me. So.
Oh, okay.
It might legit push me like.
That.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to trash talk you a little bit.
Like, what do you mean you're gonna record anyway? Like, yup.
I guess it's gonna be an indie takeover today.
You're gonna be talking about freaking Aquaman and showing pictures of hot celebrities and shit.
We're gonna play a Smash or Not.
I'll punch you in your throat face. Oh man. But yeah, like so, you know, like I was saying, it's been an awesome journey, and I'm excited for the next, 52 episodes. And I definitely, like I said before, I want to stay more consistent, and we will. And yeah, we're gonna be evolving more and more as Fefer, keeps finding her way. Because not for nothing, you've grown a lot in the last, you've been on 10 episodes, I think, so far, maybe 8, I don't know, but you've been on a few. And
I've been in a good amount. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it's
Getting
been
there.
it's been, I don't know, from being like sitting there in the corner while you were yapping and you had a few things to say, to now being full co-host and having your own news, your own things to talk about. And I have to say, Feff, you've brought a lot to the podcast, and I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not just saying that
Appreciate
because
you having me. I know you. I don't expect you to sugarcoat anything for me.
I'm not just saying that because I live here and I live with you.
I'd like to live here, so you're cute.
Yes.
You do well. No, I know.
Oh man.
You better not be sugarcoating nothing to me, and
Trust
none
me.
of you out there should be doing that either.
For the amount of behind the scenes bitching I've done, you know that I wouldn't I wouldn't be sugarcoating anything for the podcast.
Yep.
So yeah. But yeah.
Absolutely. So many more episodes. Let's see where this all goes.
Yep. And again, comment, like, subscribe. Again, Video Games X Life or the VGXL Podcast on Twitter, Video Games X Life everywhere else if you want to talk to me directly. And I'm going to try to stream one day again. Maybe over the weekend I'll throw a stream on. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, and Fefer, where can we follow you at?
Oh, twitch.tv/Fefer. Or if you at me at Fefer Plays on Twitter and Fefer Plays on TikTok. And one day I'll get back into my Instagram. You can find me on there, Fefer_plays. I still haven't logged back in.
And what's the name on OnlyFans?
OnlyFlans.
Oh yeah, Only.
I do have a fan house. I do want to regularly put more stuff on.
You should
That's
totally
Fefer
make an
as well.
OnlyFans that's only flans. Flan with lingerie.
Comment or something on the video, guys. Let's see.
If you want Fefer's only flans, you need to leave a comment saying you want Fefer's only flans.
I don't think anybody's gonna comment. So.
Cause you punks. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just gonna say. Yeah, right.
And what if you get all 7 people who listen to comment?
I mean, if they do, then I'll do something. I'll put stuff up.
All right, you heard it here, folks. Fefer's only flans coming at you.
Only.
Our estimated audience is at 8 right now, so
Okay.
we have 8 whole people.
Any of you 8 listen. Comment. I will post up some flans. We'll be baking a flan once a month. How about that?
All right.
And
Can
then
I have some of that flan?
I'll make, of course. I gotta get rid of it, right?
I like your flans.
I'll make different kinds.
All right. You're getting me excited over here.
Uh-oh. Games is gonna make other accounts and comment.
Flans. All right. So so moving on. This week, what have we been playing? Fefer. Well, I mean, I can start, I guess.
Yeah, you start. I've got a lot that.
Yeah, you do have a lot going on right now because because you're the full-time streamer and podcaster. But for me, I haven't been playing a whole lot. It's backlog season. I played a little bit of Elden Ring yesterday because I finally went and did it. I went and splurged on a 4K monitor from my computer because as of this last week and a half, PlayStation finally released VRR as an update, and which is, if for those who are not sure what that means variable refresh rate. So what essentially what that does is any game that supports it or doesn't support it, anything that has pretty much an unlocked frame rate, if the monitor or TV, because my TV does also support that, supports variable refresh rate, it pretty much if the game drops, if let's say it's supposed to run 60 frames per second and it drops to 40, the frame rate will adjust on the TV, the refresh rate will adjust on the TV or monitor itself. So, and it'll stop the stuttering. If you ever played something that's 60 FPS and then went to 30, it looks like it's like a lot of stutter and judder and it looks ugly, and this smooths out a lot of that. And pretty much the reason why games either run at 60 or don't on PlayStation is to avoid that. But now with VRR, it allows pretty much to leave the frame rates unlocked. And so when the frame rate does jump around a little bit, your monitor will adjust for that. Essentially
Mm-hmm.
stopping screen tears, stopping stutters, things like that. So it pretty much enhances the look dramatically for a bunch of games like Elden Ring, which
Elden
is,
Ring looks so nice.
yes, pretty much what that allows you to do is play in quality mode, because there's always fidelity or
Mm-hmm.
performance. So this allows you to play in fidelity mode, which is the better graphics, the higher um, sample rate, of the pretty much it has better graphics, and now it won't be so hard on the eyes to look at. So if it's running, it'll run, if it can run above 30, it will now run above 30, and it'll even look and feel like it's running closer to 60. Because for the most part, the reason they block it to 30 is because it doesn't lock at 60, which, for PC users, that's fine because most monitors can do that. But with PlayStation, it wasn't doing that. Honestly, Xbox was already doing that, and that's what a lot of people were liking about Xbox. And I think that's the reason why PlayStation realized they had to get this done already, because,
Absolutely, they had to
right,
catch up.
they, third party games were, looking, we're gonna starting to look more and more better on Xbox, or perform better. Maybe not look better. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to, but it would, perform better. And it's like, we can't be having that. PlayStation realized, I'm glad that they did it. And
Hell yeah.
another thing that another reason I got the monitors, because, the thing that still doesn't do is it doesn't drop to 1440p. Apparently Xbox does do that. I haven't really tested it on a 1440p monitor to see, like, and set it to if it brute forces games to run at that resolution. But PlayStation doesn't have that option at all. I think that's also coming, but right now it only runs either 1080p or 4K. And then the sad part is that when it runs at 1080p, it doesn't run better, which is weird to me. Like, why wouldn't it run better at 1080p? It should, just like it did on the PS Pro. If the PS Pro, if you were running at 1080p, it super sampled it. I don't know if it was doing that on PlayStation. It doesn't feel like it was upping like some of the graphics. So it's like you were getting the lower resolution. It wasn't looking too great, and it was a little sad, because then I would plug in. You played, as a matter of fact, Pfeffer. You played Elden Ring on the 4K TV, and it was
Hell
like, yo,
yeah,
it
I
looks
did.
so great on the TV.
It looked really good.
Yeah, and
I
I would play it
enjoyed
on my
the hell out of it.
right, and then I would play on my desk, which I know I mostly play on my desk a lot because I have all my whole setup here, and it looked like trash because everything's 1080p, and I'm like, I didn't want to look at these games like that, so I found a good deal on a Samsung G7. It has 4K up to 144 hertz, up to 120 hertz on HDMI 2.1. Um, which is what the PlayStation runs at. And yeah, with VRR and HDR and all that
Mm-hmm.
lovely goodness. So it's like I can get the full PlayStation experience. Honestly, I have to say it's the only way to play on PlayStation. It to me, well, and this is a little ironic here, but it's like, to get the full experience of what, the of that, you have to spend closer to what you would spend on a PC. And everyone says, "Oh, it's the best deal." Yeah, you can play the games, but you're getting a way lower quality if you're not playing on something with in 4K with VRR. You're not
Mm-hmm.
getting that
Mm-hmm.
now. I can play a game now on PlayStation 5, and it's going to be comparable to how it looks on PC. Maybe not performance 100%, but at least graphically and mostly performance, it's going to run very similar to games I'm running on PC. And
Mm-hmm.
I can look at the
Mm-hmm.
side by side myself, and I've already seen it. It's like, now I don't feel so bad. So now there's a game that we can share, because it's multiplayer, that we can game share now. Instead of spending $120 on day one, I can buy for $60 on PlayStation. We can share
Yes.
between two, and I can still get the best graphical fidelity I want, you know, and at the price of one. So it's like,
Yep.
so
That'll
it's
help
like,
us get more use out of our PS5s again.
exactly. It's like, now I won't feel like, damn, like, oh, I should have, I have to look at it all ugly on PlayStation when I could look at it great looking on my 3080. Now I have
Mm-hmm.
both
Mm-hmm.
options. Now I can choose where I want to play my games and not feel like I'm giving up so much. You still lose, obviously. It's still going to look a little bit better on PC, or not necessarily look, but perform better on PC, because then you can go
Mm-hmm.
above, you're getting like 120. Well, maybe not 120, but you're getting above 60 at 4K, whereas on PlayStation, you're probably still not getting, above Wait, actually, except for like Spider-Man. Oh my God, remember when I showed you Spider-Man? Spider-Man,
Yes.
because then on the other end of that, there's performance mode. So now a game like Spider-Man, if you have the VR turned on, it has 120 hertz mode. So now if you put it in performance, you're running it at like it's not locked 120, but it's locked. It can go up to 120 in certain instances, but it stays around 90. I think it stays around from tests I've seen on YouTube.
And that looked
It
smooth like butter.
Oh my gosh, it looked crazy.
It looked really good.
And then when you put it in fidelity mode, now it runs closer to 60. It's not all ugly like it used to be. So now you're getting that felt like like true next gen. I have to say, and I'm not exaggerating here. It felt like true next gen because now you're getting the performance because there's no Spider-Man game on PC, so it's like that looks that good. So now you're getting the ray tracing, the higher sample rates. You're getting all that, plus you're getting very, very close to 60 FPS, so it doesn't feel like stutter and all that if you're playing fidelity. And then on the other end of that, if you play it on performance, it just looks fantastic and runs buttery. It still looks amazing and runs buttery smooth. So I have to say, if you're if your TV doesn't already do that, I highly suggest investing in a TV that does, or if you don't mind gaming on a monitor, save up some cash and get yourself something that supports VRR and 4K for PS5, because that's where you're gonna see the true output of what it can do without feeling like you got gypped. You know what I mean? Or you feeling like you got like, oh, that doesn't look that great. You know what I mean? No, the games look significantly better when they can run in 4K at a higher performance rate. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, enough gushing over that. On the other end of that, I've been messing around with the Steam Deck. We finally got it back.
Yay!
Right? That's great that we got it back, and they fixed it, because if you listen to our previous episode, we had the Steam Deck, but the L1 but you're right over there.
Sorry, my fan fell.
The L1 button wasn't clicking right. Like if you press right on top, it worked, but from the side it wasn't. We sent it back. I think they sent us a brand new one, if I'm not mistaken. And that one,
yeah, it looks brand new. I had to cut off the little seal thing that they send it with and everything. Like
so I'm sure,
snip.
Yeah, I'm sure it's easier to just send back a new one, to send us a new one, and then they'll probably repair that for later RMAs, things like that. As they become more widespread, then they have an RMA stock. So yeah, so far, it's just crazy because I'm like gushing about 4K, and then I'm super happy to play in 720 now on a on a small screen.
Exactly.
It's like.
I'm happy to play Guitar Man because we got those emulators on there.
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 emulator, I gotta say, runs fantastic. Like,
it's so good.
Yeah,
so good.
I
we gotta try to connect that and do the game capture.
That's true. That's true.
I gotta try it out. I want to try it out because now I'm on master mode on Gitaru. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here because I love Gitaru, and I already beat the regular mode, so I'm on the masters mode, which is the harder level, and I always have to restart them every time I go to play them on stream. But now I have it on Steam Deck, and there's no having to find any new saves or anything like that. So maybe I can connect that and continue on there.
Exactly. No, it's just again, people are like, the Steam Deck is pretty much a tinkerer's dream. Like, if you don't have to tinker with it to get a lot of enjoyment out of it. There's many games that run just fine on it. Depending on what kinds of games you play, you may bump into games that don't run amazing, or might have a little bit of trouble. But I just saw an article the other day how it's already doubled since the release in February of games. Like, they had like 100, like me, I had 192 good for the deck, and now it went up to 400. So it's like the games are getting more and more like updated. Exactly. Developers are tweaking their games to make sure they run on there, and I have to say it's a good feeling, yeah. And then on top of all that, you have emulation, which is like a godsend, yeah. It's like you get the best of both worlds. You have your emulation, you have your Steam games, you have you can do so much, and the battery life, they've been updating that. I remember day one when we first got it, the battery life was a little bit weird. Like,
it died really fast, but I was playing a bit the other time, the other day on Gitaru, and I didn't feel like the battery was going down wasn't going down fast. It was going down pretty
Exactly.
slow. It was lasting for a good while.
No, that's
So
great. And
I definitely noticed that.
yeah, and I was hearing that the emulation what kind of killed the battery, so it seems like it's gotten better there. And I was messing around with what's that game? Blasphemous again, because it's a little 2D game
Mm.
and a few
Mm-hmm.
other games, and I haven't tried it. I haven't seen how good the battery will last on something like Monster Hunter, so I'll probably do that this weekend. Maybe get some kills in on Monster Hunter, see how long that battery lasts. But
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
far, I gotta say, I still think the Steam Deck is a great device. I highly suggest putting $5 down and make your decision. In 6 months
You can
when they
start
find,
saving up. Yeah,
yeah,
start saving up from now. Put $20 if you can't, $10 a week from each check, and then by the time it comes, see how much you got.
and
If
buy a
you don't have
PlayStation
some
5.
tax, if you don't have, if you don't have some tax money left over, throw 100 in from there, and then
Right?
keep on going from there. Keep on adding 10,
Yeah.
$15.
So yeah, like I said,
Or not if you can't. I mean,
it's gonna take so long to get one that it's like you might as well reserve it and then make your choice later. You know,
mm-hmm.
and they're saying the chip shortage is gonna last at least till 2024, the earliest. So, yeah. Like I said, it's probably going to be a very slow burn with this thing. But like I said, I think it's a great game to lay in bed with. If you're going on an extended trip or you might be sitting in an airport for a little while, definitely
Mm-hmm.
like cool to be able to, and it's a good companion to anybody who has a PC because
Exactly.
I think the
Because you can
great,
access anything on your Steam. Like, I just realized, like, even Spinch. I was just watching Akupara play Spinch earlier today. I'm like, I didn't try that on the Steam Deck just yet.
you know
So
what?
I
You're
want to give that a
absolutely right.
go.
And it didn't
Like,
run
it's
as smooth on Switch.
exactly. It was pretty janky on Switch. I know they've updated it since then, but then it's on Switch. I feel like it's so fast paced. It's such a speed runners kind of game that I'm sure it can play even better on the Steam Deck. Oh
Absolutely.
man.
I just blew
I
your
gotta
mind.
try that out. I'm gonna have to try that out right after the podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, the Steam Deck, and the only other thing I've been playing honestly is Final Fantasy 14. So and well, we both been playing that.
Hell
Still,
yeah, we have
yeah.
that
So
new story.
yeah, the story was really good. Pretty good for a patch. It's probably like like I see where they're opening up some new stuff. So, we start to do our raids. Hopefully, we get that done this weekend
We
and
do.
the 24-man raid. But yeah, Final Fantasy 14 still going strong. We got some more
Yes.
news on that in a bit. But what did you play on
Mhm.
your stream? I know you did some streaming this week and played a bunch of games.
Yes. I've been playing a few different things. So sometime last week, I don't know. If you fall into those slumps that you're just like, I don't know what to play. I don't really feel like playing anything. I didn't feel like going back and getting back hooked into Elden Ring. I'm like, not now. It's not time. Not yet. And I remember I played Love 3 because I completely forgot. Love 3 is like a super uh it's a platformer. It's very simple looking, but it's really difficult. So I actually played that on stream. I beat that on stream. That was so fun. Definitely check that out. Um, the other night we tried out. I got a catapult bid. A sponsored stream for Potato Party, which works in VR. The person who has the VR Oculus headset or whichever VR headset, can do the artwork. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a charades, a Pictionary kind of thing.
Right.
So the
Yeah.
person in VR draws, and it's a 3D, so you can draw either flat, but then it kind of gets a little weird. And then you have people in the crowd, the audience that joins in. You join in with an app, and then you start guessing, and people suggest stuff, and you pick one, and then you just kind of draw from there. It was really fun, and then everybody's a little potato in the crowd, or a little spud or root or something.
Right.
James was
Yeah.
playing. Like I know the kids joined in on that and they had a good time. They're actually kind of fiending to play again. Baby girl keeps on asking me, so maybe we'll get some of that and let them
It was really
play
fun, and I
as
like
the
the little
artist.
dopiness of like the everyone's a potato, so it's
Yeah, yeah,
like yeah,
exactly. And then they have
yucca,
their
yeah, you had like
yeah, yeah,
all different kinds of roots, so it
yeah,
was like
exactly.
it was cool. No, it was
Yeah,
definitely a lot of fun.
it definitely has potential. If anything, that could be something for because they don't have any Twitch integration or any Twitch options or anything. So at first everybody saw all of the options on my screen, obviously from the stream, because there was no option to hide
Right.
any of
That
that
was
from
good of the
anybody.
boy. The boy actually let you know that he was just like, we can see that.
Exactly. No, it's good. Good. That was good on him. But it was definitely really fun. A good party game for everybody to join in on. Very very good on family fun. Even though the kids made me draw farts and butts, but it was fun. Other than that, I did get into Hollow Knight finally.
Oh yes, yes.
Finally, finally, finally. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. It's so far it's not that difficult. I got a little confused on some parts, but it's definitely fun. I did get my butt whooped a few times because I just didn't play right and I got my butt whipped. But I
It
love
happens.
I I love exploring. If that's one thing that I love in any of these games, if I can't, I can love to explore. And the bosses seem really cool. The story, I want to see where the story goes. I just met the girl who I kind of fought there. She kind of whipped my butt the first time. But there's a lot to go. I'm getting I got a cloak or something, and I'm gonna keep on playing that in between my other demos that I've been playing. Um, what else did I play? Yesterday on last night's stream, we played a game. Awesome game. I have to recommend it to you all. Video Game Fables by Momiji Studios. So it comes out July 15th. There is a demo out there now. It's a quirky. It's really colorful. It's got great playful music that I did not get tired of compared to Mario RPG, and it was really fun. You're a princess. You have your fun, happy-go-lucky friends that you just met, and they help you just kind of go along with the villain's kid. Like
Mhm.
what an unusual pair. And it's got some smart assery, and it's silly. It's you explore. You've got your it's an RPG. It's got a definitely really cute art style. I really
Yes.
liked it. It was like 3D, but not.
It's
And
like Paper Mario meets Minecraft art style.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
like what's that voxel, like flat voxel, but it was very
Vox,
colorful,
exactly.
bright
Thank you.
colors.
It was very bright. It was very, very happy. Very punny. Very punny. That's a plus. So shout out to Matt, who did also hang out in chat, who is coming up with all of this stuff. I
Yeah, he's
think
a
it's all
developer,
great. We
right,
had a
Matt?
great time. Yes, he's a developer, single person developer. He's enjoying making the game. I enjoyed playing the demo last night. Again, comes out the 15th. Uh, go wish list it. Video Game Fables. Awesome game. Can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's definite, and it's funny because like what we discussed last night that I clicked on the name on Steam and I saw he had one other game
Ah, that's right.
from like 2016, and so I it was like eight or $9. So I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna buy, I'll support, so I bought it. It's like an old RPG Maker looking game, and it's the same humor. It's like kind of quirky, like and like we discussed, he said he was a fan of not Undertale, but
Earthbound. Yeah.
Earthbound, and
Yeah.
things like that, and that's great. I'm like that, I can see the influence and
Mm-hmm.
the puns and the jokes and all that. That to me is like I love those types of games. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it was really
Exactly.
cool. Like watching him. Like I said, he didn't really know about Steam Deck too much, but I had tested on the Steam Deck, which it worked great on, and I just thought that was really cool. Like it looked great on that little screen because of the simple graphics. So the
I'm
colors are like
sure. And the
really
colors.
popping out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah. I can imagine. Well, I want to check it out too on there.
yeah, it's installed. So yeah, definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely really enjoyed that game. I couldn't stop talking about it to games today, even after the stream last night. I definitely look forward to seeing the rest of it. Hopefully, well, maybe we'll play it through on stream. We'll see. We'll see July 15th. And what else did I play? I don't think I really played any much else on anything on stream. If I did, I forgot, and I'll mention it next time, if anything.
No, you won't. That'll be long forgotten by next time
Right
we.
after stream, I'll be like, ah, but no.
No, that was it, right? Just
Yeah,
it
that
was
was really it.
yeah. Okay, because it was Hollow Knight, yeah, the drawing game, and then this guy's game, the video game Fables. Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. That
Yeah.
was a good week. It was a good week. Had a lot of fun in your streams.
Hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much what we've been playing. I know we already discussed you played some Final Fantasy, um,
Mm-hmm.
and then speaking of Final Fantasy, moving on to some news now. Final Fantasy 16's trailer is done, and
Mm-hmm.
that is super exciting to hear. So apparently, Yoshi P or Naoki Yoshida, the producer from Final Fantasy 14, he's at the helm of Final Fantasy 16, and I'm excited because for all of you who don't play 14, even though it's an MMO, it's very story focused, and you have to progress for better or for worse. You have to progress in the game towards end game. You have to do the story. Granted, you can
Mm-hmm.
skip the dialogue if you want. You can skip everything if you're not into that, but it's so worth it. It's so worth
It
it,
is.
and we've been playing that game for going on. Well, A Realm Reborn. I've owned it since 2010, but A Realm Reborn is was came out what 2013, I believe, and we've been playing it since. So it's been about 9 years that we've been on
Wow.
14. Yeah, but it's really been almost like 15 because we were playing 11, before that. So, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in these last 9 years, every expansion, because the base game was just okay. I always tell people that, like, the base game story was just okay. Like, it's easy to follow. It's interesting enough, or whatever. But it wasn't until the final patch story content and moving that was kind of setting up the first expansion that you can tell that they hired new writers or they really went all in, and it became his
Yep.
because he had to
The
work
story ramped up.
with the old crew who was, because it was the old director for, I believe, the director from 11 can't try to make 14. They were all in over their heads. They all were gassed up thinking like, oh, they were, the MMO's God's gift to MMOs or whatever, and they just failed, mechanically and story wise. They just failed at, and Naoki Yoshida and his team took over. And so with what they had to work with, it seems like they did a good job. And then, like I said, setting up Heaven Sword, uh, what was the second one? Stormblood,
Stormblood,
Shadowbringers, and
yes.
Endwalker. Those 4 expansions, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Sorry about that.
I know.
Characters that were
Gosh.
just like that you like fall in love with. Story that keeps you coming back. Like, just moments
Yes.
that are just like, they make you laugh, they make you cry. Like, the game is really like something else. It's probably, to me, it's one of the best games ever created as far as story, gameplay, the amounts of things you can do, and now he's making Final Fantasy 16 a standalone single player game, and
Yes.
I'm just like, I'm glad that everyone gets to experience this. I hope it's good. Like, I mean, if Final Fantasy 16 flops for any reason, it'll be the first game since, because these expansions are as long as a full game. They're like
Mm-hmm.
30 to 40 hours long. The expansions, they're not
Hours and
short.
hours.
Yeah, they're not
Mm-hmm.
short. Each expansion, which is yeah, you're paying monthly, and then the expansions are normally like around $40. You're getting like $60
Continuous
worth of content.
content.
Yeah, like, and then you
Yeah.
get free
Continuous
patches. Well,
updates.
free.
Exactly.
Your monthly
Yeah.
sub covers the patches over the next 18 months until the next expansion. So you're getting constantly rolled out dungeons, bosses to fight, holiday
Tribe
events.
quests
Yeah,
that
different
give
quests.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, that you build up friendships with the different NPCs that give you different things once you level them up high enough. It's so much content all around. Different side stories. Hildebrand.
Yeah, Hildebrand's like a dopey, like funny. He's like this fake detective, and this funny detective or whatever that you have to, that you follow his story, and but the amount of effort they put into every side content is probably what keeps us coming back every time. And I tell
Mm-hmm.
people, oh, people are like, oh, I don't have time for that. I'm like, you can literally just do the story. First of all, the game is, you can play for free up to the end of Heaven Sword, the first expansion. That's already like
Mm-hmm.
40, 50 hours worth of content for free.
Tons.
And then, you can just do the story and cancel your sub. And I tell people that, I said, play the story. They gear you up with your gear. And if you don't want to play after that till the next expansion, don't. Don't. They, it's you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to. And if you don't like playing with other people, again, they're making it where it's easy to play by yourself. If you don't, they're giving both, you have both options. And I think, I tell people, like, if you were ever a fan of Final Fantasy at all, this is a big ass tribute to it on top of its own original story, because they bring in other things from the old games, as tributes and things like that. So, you'll have mounts that that are from old games, music from the older games, and like things like the bosses hold even the raids that are end game content have their own full blown stories that are lore based. So meaning things that are happening in Endwalker now are from the raid content of like A Realm Reborn. Like they use those those. That's why everything they do has to be lore based, because they pull from that throughout the game. But anyway, if 16 is as good as just even one of those expansions, just one, it's gonna be a fantastic game, guaranteed.
Yes.
If all it has to do is be just as good as freaking Heaven Sword, which is the first expansion. If it's as good as that, it's gonna be a great game, and then it's gonna have its own action battle system. It's gonna, so I'm sure the battle and the fights are gonna be epic. The music score,
the music.
oh my god, the music is
yes.
everything in Final Fantasy 14. The music is everything.
Exactly.
Tell me not.
Absolutely.
Like,
we listen to it when we're not playing. We'll take car rides, and we'll just be there playing the music. Oh my god, it's so good.
yeah, the music
Absolutely amazing.
absolutely.
You feel the emotion through it, especially with the later expansions. That last expansion, it was like
Yeah,
you
and
feel
Walker,
the
it's like, oh my
emotion.
god! Every time I go to the final area, and you hear the singing, the come on, it's like it always just brings you
Yes.
back to like everything that happened in the story. It's like, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And
Yeah.
it's like, I
Yeah.
feel bad for people who are just not into, because I'm like, you're missing a part of gaming history. That's like, damn, like, like you're missing a huge part of gaming history, in my opinion. Like, it's, some people don't care about that, and that's fine, whatever. But it's like, if, like for someone like me, I'm glad I'm a part of this, because it's something that I'm just like, man, like, it's legendary stuff. So
Yes.
hopefully
Yes.
16 brings in people. That's what I'm hoping. Like, that people see how great 16 is, wants more of that writing, more of that music, and I'm gonna jump over to 14. I'm like, it'll be so worth it. So hopefully we see that. But all right, that's enough about that. I know, I'm sorry we're boring you guys to tears over here.
Let's give them an honorable mention to WoW. Wasn't there some announcement that they made recently?
I think there was like an
They made
expansion's
some sort
coming
of-
out or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's some stuff,
So you
but-
guys can look in. If you're a WoW fan, you can look into their expansion, because we don't.
Yeah. Or
We don't wanna
and,
leave
and
them
on the
off,
other
yeah.
end of that, because Square is the ones that own Final Fantasy 14. So they're actually haven't been doing good on the other side of the world with their Western development studios. And if you haven't already heard, they actually sold off their Crystal Dynamics, who made Avengers, Tomb Raider, as well as Tomb Raider, I believe. Or that's, excuse me, Eidos Montreal, I think, is the ones that did Tomb Raider.
Montreal. Yeah.
And then you have Deus Ex stuff from, again, I'm not even sure what studio makes what anymore, but the studios that are in charge of, like, the Marvel stuff, Deus Ex and Tomb Raider, are sold off. And the weird thing is, it was only $300 million to the Embracer Group, which owns so much shit, and they haven't released any games. Embracer Group, like, like, good thing they don't have a console, because they're like, where's your games at? So apparently they sold them off. The speculation now is that they might be gearing up to sell, and it would be pretty insane if Sony bought up. In my theory, this is just a theory, it's not based on any kind of facts, it's just a theory, that they probably, to make it easier for the sale, why not get rid of your, North American studios and avoid any kind of antitrust or anything like that. And that way you get rid of those studios, so you don't own so much, and you can pick up the rest of Square. If that's what Sony's doing, yeah, that'll be crazy. Now, what would be even crazier is if it's Microsoft or somebody who's been dying to buy an Eastern studio. I really, really hope it's not Microsoft.
I hope not either.
Oh man, I don't know how I'd feel about that, but I have a feeling, I have a feeling they'd sell them. I don't think they can even sell the entire company to an American company like that. So hopefully it's more like Sony. It'd be great if Sony bought Square, and then Microsoft owns WoW, and PlayStation would own Final Fantasy 14. That would be pretty insane. You know what I mean? Like, that would be insane. It's already not on Xbox. You
Exactly.
can play it on Windows, but even Final Fantasy VII still hasn't come out on Xbox. They already have all these exclusive deals in place. So something just tells me that they're just cleaning up, getting ready to sell to Sony.
Probably.
But
Probably.
maybe not.
Imagine though. Imagine Final Fantasy 14, the acclaimed game. You can play all the expansions now on Game Pass.
Oh shit. Right?
Imagine. That's blasphemous. I'm sorry I even
Like
mentioned
you
that.
can play up to like the first, except for like the latest expansion. You can play everything before Endwalker. It's on Game Pass.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god, that would be a wild move. I mean, hey, more people the better, right? I honestly don't care. I have an Xbox, I have a PlayStation, I have a PC, I have a Steam Deck. It doesn't matter. So it's like
Yeah.
anything can go
Yeah. Switch.
anywhere.
Everything.
Oh, and the Switch. Yep.
Waiting for
So
that play date.
right. Um. What else would happen with Square? Oh yeah, and then Square's also mentioned that Outriders didn't make any money. Now I think they're keeping Outriders though. I don't think that's going to embrace her, so that's okay. I mean, Outriders was fun. It's just again, it could have been done so much better. There was things I don't know. After a while, I just got kind of tired of it and just didn't go back.
Yeah, I didn't play much of it either, but it felt very like Gears of War in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, like Gears of War meets Destiny kind of thing. Yeah, like a looter shooter.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fun. It's just kind of typical. But
Yeah, or like a no flying what's the other one? The one that failed as well? Anthem.
oh man,
That's what
yeah.
it did feel like. And it felt like what Anthem should have been, but and with no flying.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah. Also, what else is more negative news? Halo Infinite 2 season Halo Infinite 2. Halo Infinite season 2 came out and they had a few bugs. People, they got rid of some speed running exploits, and so people are a little bit upset about that, and there's some nonsense. It's so they're giving out XP packs or XP you know items or whatever, to get double XP. There you go, double XP items and other nonsense. I don't know. Halo, it's a
Yay!
fun game. It's just I don't
It is
know.
fun.
I just the fact that they just went all in with the what's that called, the free to play aspect and the whole microtransactions. Like, just release a
Microtransactions, yeah.
great game first and then worry about that like a little bit later. Like I don't know, like gain that trust and then start nickel and diming. Like, yeah, just came out the gate with
Yeah,
nickel and diming. I feel like that's the
exactly.
biggest mistake these motherfuckers make. I mean, maybe
Mhm.
on paper, on the books, behind the scenes, but it's like optics is everything. I feel like optics is
Exactly.
everything when it comes to a free to play game. And if you're already feeling like people are, not getting their money's worth, now you just have a bunch of bad press,
Exactly. You go and release, and then you're like, here, let me get in your pocket really quick. While
right?
people are still just kind of getting used to it, it's not a good look. Like you have to kind of think of that, take a step back instead of being like, this is how we're gonna get the money back right away. We'll just from the start just start charging for
$10
stuff.
for cat ears. Like, come
Like, no,
on.
slow down, slow down. Give it some time.
Even Fortnite lowered prices,
Exactly.
like, come on. Like, it's just like I just don't see how they don't take a little bit more from Fortnite. Like the biggest free to play BR in the world right now that has tons of modes. Like, they already have all the
Yeah.
create whatever you want type of stuff. They have all this shit, and it's
Yeah.
like you guys couldn't just take a page out of that, pay a little bit of attention, see how they're doing things, gain that trust. That's the biggest thing.
Exactly.
People don't mind throwing money at you if they feel like they're getting like a great deal out of it. If they feel like they're not being ripped off or nickel and that, people love to pay money out.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's been the
Exactly.
biggest thing. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
But
And speaking of giving money out to Fortnite, Blanca's in the game now.
all right.
Sakura. And they've got Wu Tang stuff in there. I'm not sure if it's still in there. I'm sure, more or less, probably.
Yeah,
But
that I don't know. I'm still on the
I
fence
don't know.
about Blanca. I like the business Blanca with his point because he looks like me.
Yeah,
He
he's got the
he got the
ponytail.
ponytail. He got
Yeah.
his suit. So I'm like, I don't know.
Dapper.
I feel like you said, like, what you told me the other day, where like it's like I want to buy it, but it's like I'm never gonna use that. I actually like those plain.
Exactly.
You see the characters I normally am, the ones that kind of have like the mask,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I'm just not into. I don't like my character being looking all crazy, that crazy. I guess I'm just an old man at this point.
Exactly. No, no, I get it too. Like what we bought the Naruto stuff, and I don't even use Sakura and that. So I'm like, it's just sitting there. I just wasted all those V-Bucks on that for what?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
to be
Same
like,
thing.
yeah,
I
I have the
bought Naruto, and
character.
it's just like I don't even want to play as that.
There's so many things that they're releasing throughout the season, and that it's just like, oh, we got this week. Oh, what's that next week? They just keep on throwing content at you that you just kind of forget about everything once you buy it. So
Yeah.
it's a little much, but we like it. It's fun. And with the no build, it's been picking up a lot more players, I feel like, because everybody's like, "Oh, no building? Okay, bet.
Yeah,
Let's
now,
give this a try
yeah.
now."
Yeah, if you haven't played Fortnite, the no build mode is a permanent mode now, and it is super fun. You get a little
It is
extra
fun.
shield, so because you can't build, you get a an overshield
Overshield, yeah.
automatically. So if you get hit a little bit, you're not dying or super fast or whatever.
Mhm.
So you have time to run away. They added running and vaulting.
Tanks.
Yeah. Well,
They
yeah.
have tanks now.
Tanks in a crazy
um,
pimped out battle bus.
oh yeah, the battle bus. Oh my gosh, they've got a lot.
Yeah, no, Fortnite's like I said, I've always found it to be a fun game. The before skill based matchmaking and the bot lobbies, like it was a little bit much. I understand that. So this, I think, I still how does this? It's free to download real quick. Try it out. Throw it on your Switch or something if you play with controller. And it's a fun game. It's still very fun to play. It really
Mhm.
just doing
Mhm.
missions and quests around the map is just fun to do, and playing with a group of people is fun. And they have so many other modes that are not even the BR. If you just want like
I
a
was gonna say
death
you can
match,
go
that's
into
there now.
creative.
Mm-hmm.
You can even go into creative stuff if you like in Roblox, you have little obstacle courses that you can just jump around and do like your platformer kind of thing. They have those creative places in Fortnite too. I play that with baby girl all the time,
Yeah,
and
those things
it,
are addicting.
it's
The
fun.
obstacle
Yeah, and they give
courses,
you XP while you're going through it.
exactly. It's not a
So
waste of time. Yeah.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's come a long way. I don't think I think the meme is old now. In my opinion, it's like you can't say that anymore. You can play no builder. You can do. There's so much. It's a theme park now.
It really
So
is.
and it's
It really
free.
is.
That's the thing. You can get if that was the only game I had as a kid. That's the only game I would need. That's the only game. Like a lot of kids, the only game they need because you
It
have
is.
all those different modes and modes that they bring and take away. You can throw those. They usually have some form of that in the creative mode. So if you like remember we did the taxi thing or the airplane
Yeah.
battles, like those were
Yep.
super fun. So,
Mhm. Mhm. And you have prop hunt.
oh yeah,
Prop
prop
hunt
hunt, yeah,
games.
most that's also like that's been like Call of Duties and stuff. So people should know what prop hunt is like, where you turn into a prop and you have to hide from people, or whatever, as that prop. So yeah, they have that there.
That's funny.
But
Yeah.
yeah, what else you got?
And so we also have Keely announced we've got a date to see Summer Game Fest,
Summer
June
Games
9th.
Fest
Yeah, buddy. June 9th and in select IMAX. I'm a
in
little
IMAX theaters.
Yes, selected ones, they'll come out. I think he just announced it just yesterday or the day before, so tickets and more information will come out sometime next week. But we'll be looking into that. Maybe we can go and hang out in IMAX and watch it live at what, like 2 p.m.
World
Eastern
premiere,
time.
world premiere, world premiere, world premiere, world premiere. This game's been
We
out for
get to
10 years. World premiere,
and then more Elden Ring trailers.
right?
The game's out already.
The most anticipated game that's been out for 3 months already. World premiere, Elden Ring.
More Elden, more Ring.
Exactly. Oh man.
Other than that, I mean, we've got a lot of sales going on. Uh, there's a Devolver publisher sale, so you can go and check out Trek to Yomi in there on
Oh
sale.
yeah, Truck, that just came out and it's on Game Pass,
That just
right?
came out, and it's on Game Pass. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that I've been.
I've seen a lot of people really raving about it, saying it's really good.
Yeah, like I saw a few people saying that they were like that it's probably a little bit better tribute to Samurai than Ghost of Tsushima. So I'm like, oh, I
Oh,
definitely got to build over that this weekend. Get
okay.
some Trek to Yomi.
I want to check it out too. Shoot. Aside from that, you've got the Going Rogue sale, so all the rogue likes, the rogue lights, and everything in those categories. So also kind of fitting at the same time. All those Devolver games, you got like Loop Hero, Death's Door, Gunfire Reborn, Grime, shout out to Akupara, and Carry On also from Devolver. Those are all included in those sales. Um, yeah, check out the sales. There's a lot of sale. They always want to take our money.
Yep.
Aside from that, Ludonaricon is back from the 5th through the 9th.
What is
So
Ludo
that's all about.
Naricon, Pfeffer?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, VGXL. So it's pretty much a con about any. Do you like story games?
Yes.
Yes. well, this is the con for you. Everything you've got games that kind of make you think about everything, get you in the feels. So you have like Behind the Frame. It's such a pretty game. In Your Eyes. That's a very deep game. You take a look at everything on there. They have a few different speakers on there. I actually haven't been able to check what they're doing throughout the
Mm-hmm.
weekend, but definitely check it out. Again, Ludonarracon, not
Okay.
Lude Narrowcon
I
games.
like it lewd.
But definitely check them out. Check 'em-
Always getting crazy around here. They're
Sorry,
excited for Little Narracon.
that's New York City. That's New York City excitement back there. Calm it down. Simmer down.
Simadana.
Simmer down. So the last two things that I do have. So Plants vs. Zombies just turned a teenager. They just turned 13 years old yesterday.
Damn, so that game came out in 2009.
Yup. Isn't
Wow.
that
Because you
crazy?
said
Then
13, I
you
said
have
as old as the boy. So I'm like, wait, so it was like he was born and then Plant vs. Zombies came out. Then he loves that
Isn't
game.
that crazy? Yeah. And then you have like all the different what the Fight for Neighborville, all whatever expansions on the PlayStation and
Yeah.
stuff. It's gone so many ways since then, from the regular just on your tablets and phones. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. It's a long time running. It's great. That's definitely another fun game. It actually just beat about 2-3 months ago. Remember, I was playing that like crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now I got to go on to two, but yeah. So they've they were just on yesterday's stream. Super Shiggy was actually streaming the celebration for the Plants vs Zombies. As a matter of fact, Temmie from Toby Fox's Undertale, Temtem,
Yeah.
Temmie, the little derpy dog, was actually talking with Shiggy on her stream about a few things on there. So I thought that was really cool. Aside from that, Super Shiggy's Rockwind turns 5 on the 10th, and that's exciting. They are doing an art contest, or like a fan art contest. So if anybody's really interested in you kind of like doing artsy stuff, and you've played Rockwind, or if you want to look it up, I think that game is also on sale right now. I think it's about $3. So definitely check that out. It's a very, very, very sappy, very sweet game. I want to actually play that again,
Mm-hmm.
and we can't forget the tissues. But
Right?
definitely check that out too. But she's going to be doing a celebration again on her stream on the 10th. Um, I want to definitely check it out there because I know the community is amazing on there as well.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I got for you.
Well, did you see the link that I sent you? The little side
Oh,
note, this little sidebar.
no. What the heck is that?
it's it's a
What are you?
it's a Tifa Lockhart statue. What are you talking about?
Why is the sword up her?
It's not up anything. She is resting on her elbows and her tippy toes. Her butt just happens to be up in the air with the sword behind it. 100% official. Not some pervs with a 3D printer. It's only $728.99 on sale.
You
Used
can
to
see
be
a bulge back there. What the hell? Oh my gosh.
it's been making the rounds on Twitter. It's been
Oh
hilarious.
no.
You can really buy this shit though. You can like legit buy
Yes, you
this.
can. That is wow.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, it's $784. But if you buy now with the early bird special, you get it's only $729.
Wait a minute. And there's an exchangeable nude body option?
I want to see that. They don't show it. Oh man.
Exchangeable battle suit nude body? Are you kidding me?
Is it?
Wow.
Oh, is it cheaper? Advanced with exchangeable battlesuit nude body. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, I see. So advanced. Wait, what was 28? 728. Oh, advanced with 2 exchangeable bodies.
Two exchangeable bodies.
Oh. Oh, so it's only. So you tell me it's only 545? Thank you,
Yes.
Fefer. Happy Father's Day to me. I'm just kidding. That is way too much money for a little statue.
Yes,
This is hilarious though. But yes, there is a Tifa
I can't
Lockhart
believe it.
statue with her butt up in the air, and it is amazing. I mean, it's trifling and disgusting. These pervs.
Kind of hot.
It's
That's cool, but oh my God, it's more of like, what the hell am I looking at?
yeah, that's what a few people said. They're like, "What the hell?"
Wholesome. She's no longer. I mean, was she ever wholesome with the community? But anyway,
Oh
sorry,
man,
mommy, mommy.
this is great. But yeah, so I think we covered a lot of good stuff this week. Any plans for your stream of the week of May 9th, May 10th?
May
Your
9th,
stream
May
after
10th.
Mother's Day.
I'll probably continue Hollow Knight
Mm-hmm.
unless I get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wanted to show off. I want to show off. I did also. I almost forgot. So remember the other podcast we did talk about Little Ghost, the game Little Ghost. Um, they did a little competition, and you were trying to get all of the achievements, getting the most completion in the game in the excuse me their demo. Um, so for participating, they were so nice, and they sent out a little package with a few things. I'm gonna take a picture of all the stuff and throw it out on Twitter there.
Who's the
And
developer
I
for
could.
this? Sorry.
This is. You know what? I don't remember their name. I don't remember their name.
That's okay. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but keep going. What else they sent you?
So this looks like a little cover for the Super Nintendo. I thought it was really cool.
That's
And
awesome. Yeah.
the first thing I showed was a little tarot card. They should be coming out with their Kickstarter for their tarot deck sometime in August.
Mm-hmm.
They sent out a little sticker set
That's so awesome.
and some of the artwork
I like free
from the
stuff.
actual game. I did too. I thought it was great. Yeah. But as a matter of fact, it was Alan Abadessa who mailed this out to me. So
Alan.
thank you, Alan.
Alan.
Alan. And the publisher will be SyncBook Games. But yeah, no, they were awesome enough to send out a little package for helping and participating, for helping spread the word and everything. So that was awesome of them. Thank you so much. So, and that should be coming out. I'm not sure actually. That'll come out at some point too.
Yeah, I don't think it says it just yet. But that is by the developer Leaf Rifaneco.
Rifaneco. Yeah, La Junyan, Jose Angel Romero, and
So it's
Alan
just like all of
Abadesa.
them. Yeah, it's all their names,
Yeah,
right?
it's a little team. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
definitely check out that the
Well,
surreal
publisher SyncBook Games.
Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so SyncBook Games so far. I think that's probably they're self-publishing.
Oh yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah, because they're the only game
That's cool.
SyncBook Games has. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's a
Then
cool
there you
little
go.
game. Yeah, that's the realism stuff is really cool, and the playing like watching you play, it just looks like a fun little game. So that's cool. It's really awesome of them to send that out to you.
Yeah, and the soundtrack on there is cool. If there's anything about me too, I love soundtracks.
Yep.
If the music is good, then I'm with it. If it helps give the vibes, it sets the vibes and everything, I'm
Hell
totally
yeah.
with it.
Hell yes. But yeah, I think that's about it from us. I'm trying to think if there was anything else interesting that I want I'm always talking about video games throughout the week and the interesting news and all that. I mean, there's probably gonna be some kind of acquisition. I know Xbox is gonna be showing up. I think the same day, right? June 9th for the Xbox thing, or whatever.
they?
Or is it
Oh.
the weekend of? I think it might be the weekend after that. Let me see. That's the 9th. I think it's the 12th. Let me open up Xbox really quick to see that. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting because they're gonna be. I'm sure the first thing that they're gonna show is Space Force. What's it called?
Starfield.
Starfield. Yeah, exactly what I meant to say.
That's exactly what you said. I'm just copycatting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. You're so awesome. Oh, 7 Days to Die is on Game Pass. So we have that. Go
Oh,
check out
yes.
7 Days to Die.
Yes, if you've never felt like buying it, but you do have Game Pass, check it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's usually like $7. So, but it's good to see them get some cash because they got paid something for that. So
Hell
even if it
yeah.
wasn't like crazy amount, I mean, I'm sure a little cash infusion doesn't hurt. So that's awesome. Where it does normally it said it last time I was on the. I felt like the last time I was on here, it showed when the Xbox event is. I think it is June 13th. Let's see.
June 12th.
It is June 12th. That's Sunday, right? Okay. So the Sunday after Games Fest. All right,
1
cool.
p.m. Eastern time.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least it's on a Sunday.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm not on call that week, so I can be ready for that. So
Yep.
join me. I'll try to be live for both of those. So if you want to watch together, definitely come to twitch.tv/VGXL. And I usually like to watch these events together so we can talk about it. So definitely be around for that. And yeah, I guess I think that's it for now. I guess any plans for the weekend, Pepper? Any video games you're gonna be playing?
I don't really know. Maybe check out that Trek to Yomi.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll be messing around with a few things. Definitely gonna be on probably play a little bit more Elden Ring. We gotta do our roulettes for Final Fantasies and.
Oh yeah. My jackpot. Jackpot.
Yup. So yeah. But yeah, thanks to everybody. If you made it this far, don't forget to follow Video Games X Life or VGXL on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. And if you're watching the YouTube, thank you. You can listen to the audio only on all your favorite podcasts. What are the things? Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and many more. So just Google Video Games X Life. You'll find me. I'm Googleable.
Googleable.
Yes,
I'll
Googleable.
Google you.
Will you now? Oh yeah,
Yes.
I like that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Good night. It's a great way to stay in shape.
See ya.
All right, let me stop this at the same time.